house is next door. This is a separate building, and there was a garage door, and now it's closed off, and there's a kitchen there, and now it's a recording studio. But
so basically, you're in a bunker,
right? Someone could live here.
So you were well prepared for the pandemic.
No, I'm not prepared at all. It's terrible. Today's a terrible day.
But you're wearing yellow. That's a very sunny color.
Some days are better than others. I wake up some days and I'm like, there's no fucking hope. I miss just going to the store for nothing. And now and today's one of those days. But now that I'm talking to you, I feel better. How are you doing with it?
I'm good. My husband baked bread today.
Everyone's baking bread.
I know, but it's the stuff of life. He made a jelly roll.
Has he always baked bread?
No, I was the bed breaker. The bread, I can't speak English either. Bread baker, but now I've been usurped.
Huh. And it's not with a machine, it's like by scratch and you put it in a loaf.
No, but see, look, if I'm honest, mine was with a machine. He's doing it by hand. But apparently you have to have a certain temperature of hand naturally to be able to be a bread baker. And I thought that was my job, but now I have another question. Was the bread baking machine a wedding gift? No. No, it wasn't. But it was a birthday gift. My first wedding anniversary, my husband gave me a vacuum cleaner, and then I got a mix master. So there were certain, that they have that thing with your first wedding anniversary is meant to be paper or something. I can't even remember what it was.
Right.
I've been married so long, I can't even remember what it was. But then I don't know at what point in human history they released another list. And that list involved things like coffee grinders and microwaves and irons and sort of gone was the sense of you got to a gold and a diamond anniversary. You got to the microwave anniversary. It's so less kind of romantic and timeless. Is that why you got divorced? What did you get up to? Did you get up to the microwave?
I made it about. I really only made it about 4 years each marriage. I do not know that we made any of the milestones. I was with each of them for about 7 or 8 years. Married to about 3 to 4 years, and both of them crapped out. I have no children.
They crapped out.
Better.
They crapped
the marriages
out.
crapped. No, the marriages did. They, as in the marriages.
They
no, no. The first wife would have stayed with me. The second wife had enough. So,
so you crapped out. Come on.
I crapped out once, and then she crapped out.
And here you are in your bunker in your yellow shirt. It's all good.
And I'm dating a film director, and she's age appropriate, and everything's okay.
Right. Great.
Do you know Lynn Shelton? Do you know Lynn Shelton's work? That's who. She's in the house.
She's in the house and you're in the bunker.
Yeah,
so it's clearly functional.
Everything's working great.
Did she send you into the bunker? She said, go and talk to that has-been Australian actress.
Are you kidding?
With your day.
She's beside herself that I'm talking to you. She loves you.
Oh, well, you can disabuse her of that.
Well, I mean, when did I meet you? I met you at Stephen Colbert when you iced me and walked right by me.
I did not ice you. I was nervous. It's called stage fright.
Come on. It's
stage fright. You're so
walk
good
right
at that
by
stuff. You kind of do that stuff in your sleep.
What? Walk onto a stage and talk?
Yes.
I know, but I'm just being
You practice
me.
all day in your bunker.
That's right. I practice in my bunker. I practice in my head. I have a constant self-dialogue going on.
Marc Maron, that you are everybody's inner voice.
Well, that's very nice.
When we wake up in the morning.
I'd like to believe that.
Yeah, we wake up in the morning and say, I have a dream. It was I don't know if it was a nightmare or a dream, and it was, it was sort of, there was slime on the walls or whatever the dream was.
Yeah, sure.
And you can't remember what was said to you. And then you listen to your podcast and you go, that's what was in my head.
That guy.
Was in my head.
I used to assume that. I was just speaking from the angry sort of inner voice of everybody. And then I realized that people were just they weren't laughing for the right reasons. They were kind of laughing because they were uncomfortable and they felt bad for me, not because we all shared an inner voice. But I do think with the podcast, I think some people relate to it. But like speaking of dreams, have you been having Have you noticed a change in your dreams since this thing? Like, have they become more specific?
That I had a very specific dream last night.
Is that weird?
It involved a lot of facial hair and marijuana.
Oh, so I'm half of that dream.
And terror.
It was a prophecy.
So here I am. I'm having a throwback.
You're high and you're talking to me. It wasn't a dream.
No, but I wasn't smoking. It was people were ingesting it through various different parts of their body that was totally inappropriate and unexpected.
Weird.
Yeah.
You didn't watch Sarah Silverman's video, did you?
No. Did she put it under her armpits?
No, she put it inside of her. She was on Instagram inserting a vaginal suppository of weed.
Oh. Oh. And what is the rating on this? No, I haven't. Wow, I should. I must. Clearly,
well, no, you
I'll
don't.
sleep
She
better.
hasn't. It's not graphic. It was just, she's.
So when you're asking me, so when you're actually asking me, have my dreams changed? You're actually asking me, have I had a vaginal marijuana suppository?
I know. I was trying to put it together. You said people were ingesting weed in weird ways, and I thought maybe you had been going through your Instagram and you saw Sarah Silverman.
Maybe I did, and I didn't realize it was just too late. Maybe
my dream last night. I had to look up the name Phaedra this morning because of my dream.
Did you wait? Did you remember that at 11 a.m. or did you wake up thinking Phaedra?
No, I woke up and there was strips of information that were in the form of pictures that were sort of flipping and interchanging with each other. And for some reason, the heading was Phaedra. And I didn't even know what Phaedra was or who she was. She's a mythological character. And I had to do a little research on Phaedra, and I'm still not clear why my brain did that.
And did it right. Well, it might have something to do with, I wonder if that guy behind you ever played Phaedra. Do you think he played Ned Kelly? He's been he looks great in drag.
Well, yeah, from Performance, I remember that. He played Ned Kelly's Australian movie. Who directed that? Was it
Oh God, I should remember that, but Justin Kurzel directed a version of it quite recently. It's the quintessential Australian story.
He was sort of an outlaw hero, like a vigilante type. What was he? What was Ned Kelly?
Well, he was someone, I don't know if you've read the Peter Carey novel, The True History of the Kelly Gang. He was someone who was completely marginalized and outside society and finally thought, fuck it, I'm going to fight back. And so he's become a national hero. So it's interesting that we have our national hero as a so-called quote unquote criminal. It's quite interesting.
We've had a lot of those. There's a lot of national heroes who start out as criminals. They're outside.
Here we are.
Yes. And we have a president who's an actual criminal, but I don't know whose hero he is. But Australia has sort of a tradition of strange people out in the desert, like cowboy-ish type people. No.
Well, we're kind of mostly desert, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, the
and
water.
It was,
yeah. So it's
built on outlaw population, wasn't it?
Yeah, colonial invasion notwithstanding, I think we've been pretty positively built on immigration.
Yeah.
But we were a colonial outpost at one point, and still seem to be clinging to that identity.
What parts you grow up in?
I grew up in Melbourne. Have you been to Australia?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah.
I like Melbourne. I've had nice times there. It's a pretty city. It seems manageable. Sydney's very beautiful. I was at Bondi Beach. I was in Australia very depressed shortly after my second wife left me. It was rough. And thank God for Luke Davies. Do you know Luke Davies?
Yes.
I had met him briefly through some other friend, and right when I got to Australia, I dropped my computer and it broke, and I was just stranded there, brokenhearted with a broken computer. And Luke Davies hooked me up with his Mac guy.
So you went all the way to Australia to get your computer fixed. See?
Yeah, see? And it really worked out. And he told me where to go, and I think he took me down to Bondi Beach and stuff, and it was nice.
Yeah, the dolphins are back in Bondi now. See, this is the thing, is we think we're very important as a species, we humans, but we leave Bondi Beach for, all of 3 weeks, and pods of dolphins reemerge.
I love it. I love it. The same
back.
here.
Yeah.
The same here with Yosemite. Yosemite National Park. The bears are back. Like they've just been waiting.
Yeah. If we're humble, I think we could learn from this hideous
God damn
pandemic.
it. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing if that were true? what you're saying? If we were humble, we could learn. I think about it every day.
Says
It's
he,
like,
brandishing the plastic bottle.
Yes. That's true.
Don't worry.
Do what I can.
Don't worry.
I do what I can.
We do what we can. We do.
No, but just the quiet, the air quality, the sense of calm, the lack of this, the momentum we're all in all the time. I'm through. I hate that there's a plague going on, but I'm completely relaxed because I realize that, like I'm not doing anything and I'm okay with it, but I know that no one else is either. What an amazing feeling that is. No one is doing anything, so there's no reason to keep up.
I know. We're very fortunate to be in the country, and so we went for a walk the other day, and we just kept walking and walking and walking. I thought of the Bronte sisters. It's like, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk to the neighbouring house, and that neighbouring house is 10 miles away, and that's
did?
No, I didn't. I was being Bronte. I was imagining. I was being romantic. I didn't walk for 10 miles. I got on the treadmill and I maybe didn't do that long.
Oh.
But that sense that, you will make a journey to someone else's house and that is all you will do in the day. And you will get there and you will talk to them about.
Right. So there you go. That was the 10 minutes or so of a 50-minute conversation. That was great. And I love talking to her. And it was that feeling, man. It was that when she told me she didn't have it, there was no recourse. And I was upset. I was furious. And I was just sort of like, hey, okay. Yeah, what can you do? That happens. And she was like, oh, I feel terrible. I'm like, oh, it's all right. But in my heart, I was like, God damn it. How did we? All right. Hey, I let it go. And I was respectful and I didn't snap. It's a hard time. And it's fucking Cate Blanchett. And I'm not going to fucking lose my shit. So we did get a second interview, and we had a little discussion about it. We had a little discussion about what went down. She is obviously in a lot of movies, but she's right now she's in a FX on Hulu show, streaming on FX on Hulu, Mrs. America, about Phyllis Schlafly, the monster. I had a hard time watching it, I got to be honest with you, coming from where I come from mentally and ideologically. But here, we cover that too. This is me talking to Cate Blanchett.
I just revealed how hopeless I am.
It was a good moment. I think we handled it very well. It was finally acted when you said, oh no. And I pretended like I wasn't furious. I think we did.
I know you did a really good job. You did it. Yeah, you did, but it just cut dead. It was like you just suddenly found out we're on our first date that I've got syphilis. It's like, okay, it's over.
Yeah, that was it. There was.
I had to pay the check.
That's right. You did have to pay that check.
I've been in analysis for 2 years, and I have never got to that place.
You did.
I've got to that place with you in 2.5 minutes.
Well, why is it taking so long in analysis? Are you that confident?
I don't know. Maybe I should do my analysis on Zoom. It doesn't take very long for me to get to shame.
You're hard on yourself?
So he says with a bit deep sigh.
Are you hard on yourself, Kate? Are you?
Am I hard on myself? I guess so. Are you hard on yourself?
I used to be more so. I'm a little less so. I'm usually harder on myself in those moments where, like what you were dealing with, where something's gone wrong, out of your control, you wanted it to go better, or you didn't do something that in retrospect you're pretty sure would have made whatever you were doing work better, that kind of shit. Yeah.
But you know what it is? It's when you know it's your fault.
Yeah. Well, it's good if you can see that.
Yeah.
And it's also
my
good
fault most of the time.
and it's also good if you don't assume that it's always your fault, because that's a whole other problem.
Oh, is that one of the problems with one of your wives? How many wives?
No, the problems I've had with partners has always been I'm a difficult man with an anger problem, which has gotten better. Thank you.
Right. Another beautiful...
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just going to comment on your shirt. It's another... You must only wear Lacoste.
I barely ever wear them. I barely ever wear them, Kate. And the reason I'm wearing them...
Just when I see you.
Right. The reason I'm wearing them, it's gotten kind of hot here. And if I wore a regular T-shirt, I'm not feeling that. It's still going to be a little hot. And these are the only things that I have that look like this, that aren't button up, that, give me a little... It's cooler.